Man, I love me some mellow mushroom pizza. Not to be confused with what I'm known on the street, which is anxiety mushroom. Yeah. Because of my body and because I'm shaking like a sick dog.
We have 2 brand new Tom and Dan pizzas, so if you go to
we switched them up. Yeah, it's the different than the. In fact, though, we've got one listener, Simone. She still orders the little buff jerk because the buffalo sauce on there with the jerk chicken.
Yeah.
So if you find something you like, I mean, they're more than happy to work with you. But we did switch it up. I like your pizza.
Yeah, mine's just easy, basic. It's pepperoni sausage and mushroom.
Yeah, it's like it's fine. It's just taking it easy.
Yeah. And you've got a little variation to a pizza they already have.
Yeah, it's called the Lazy Salami, but I took a pizza that's already on the menu. It's called the Holy Shiitake Pizza, and then I add crispy salami to it, and it's just dope.
Yeah.
It's so good, man.
Hey, listen, if you want craft food, craft beer, craft
full liquor
pizza,
bar,
the ingredients they use are top notch. You're right, full liquor bar. They have White Claw there.
They do indeed. They have White Claw specials sometimes. They're always doing beer specials, always have good stuff on tap. They're amazing sandwiches. They've got craft popsicles for the kids if, you're taking the family. Great place to take families.
Yeah, they do a video game night on Mondays. Check out their Facebook page. You can find out all the information on that. But we've been going there for years, ever since the original Mellow Mushroom opened here. But there's 3 locations that advertise with us. There's a iDrive, there's a Winter Park location, and the one by UCF, which is basically Colonial and
right
Alafaya.
on Colonial, and it's big. So if you have a big party and you want, like I've done my birthday there, we've done Maisie's birthday there. Yeah. It's Mellow Mushroom, 3 locations that support us.
Yeah, kid friendly. They got those Mellow Pops. My sons love them.
Oh man,
and
so good.
And I love Mellow Mushroom. And if you're gonna go there, I'll tell you, order online is fast. If you want to get it at home or whatever, just pick it up. It's mellowmushroom.com. With us in studio, we were just talking before the show that it's been 2 years since the last time he was here. He's going to be at the Improv, 2 shows tonight, 2 shows tomorrow, 1 show on Sunday. Comedian Godfrey's here.
Hey,
what's going on, man?
What's up?
How you been, dude?
Good.
Good?
Just rolling, man. The Godfrey train just keeps on rolling.
I see a tremendous amount of like online content, the YouTube interviews you've been doing. What made you start doing those?
Just waking up to where the world is now. Social media. My social media, like 2 years ago, I got with some social media stars. Started doing sketches with those guys. This guy named Rennie. That's who I look like, and they were like, "There's a guy that looks like you, a younger version of you." I said, "What?" So I got in contact with him, and he was like, "Whoa, I'm a big fan. Yeah, you want?" I said, "Hey, well, man, we need to do some sketches and whatever." I said, I had to throw away the ego and go, "Let me just do this." So I started doing stuff with him, and my numbers started to grow. And then from there, I got connected with King Batch, who has 18 million followers. King Batch, Amanda Seardy, who has 25 million. Like, I got with all that whole crew. They all worked together, Wildin' Out Kids, all those millennials. Started doing sketches with them. Then I started to turn the phone on myself, doing my own, because I'm a funny guy. So I'm like, I'm going to all those numbers that I'm getting from these videos, I'm going to start doing my own thing.
Yeah.
So then those numbers started going up. So, and so it was just back and forth, being consistent, you know what I mean? Then I do I get Vlad TV.
Man, I watched that interview. I guess it was February or something like that. That was good, man. That was a really good interview with you.
I wonder what I talked about.
You went into the DL and Terry Crews thing. Yeah. Black women being the most disrespected. Man, it was good. It was just because it was so fucking real.
Yeah, it's just real.
And you didn't hold back. And then if you look at the comments, like normally YouTube for comments is just a shithole. It's terrible.
Yeah.
But all of your comments were like all people that are like, oh man, finally a guy sticking up for black women being disrespected. Finally somebody that speaks the truth. Yeah. I didn't see any negativity in there. And
you never know. I don't look at anything. You
shouldn't. But I'm in the car. I'm watching videos like you shouldn't do because it's illegal.
There's a video with a cat just sitting there and someone's going like this. there's like 10,000 likes, and then like 100 people doing this. Like, I mean, what are you going to see? You know what I mean? The cat doesn't know.
What's interesting is it's brilliant in the fact that you have all the interviews out that people can watch, and normally, and I don't know if most people see this, but we do all the time because a headlining comedian comes in here each week usually, and then so when we're doing our research and seeing what they're up to, when we go to I like to look at other interviews they've done like recently to find out what they've been up to,
right.
And it's always like them doing other press and like radio stations and stuff. And when you do a radio station interview, it's mostly
I don't watch those.
Filler garbage.
I gotta dig and find. I gotta find those independents. I gotta find these younger dudes.
It's wacky morning shows.
I gotta find the dude like literally that just like puts a camera on you and says go.
Yeah.
And then you just start talking about. And then I'm like, oh, okay, that's the interview.
That's the interview.
Because I could see a lot more about you rather than you and like 6 other morning show hosts all talking like, and most of it.
Tell us about 7-Up. And I'm like, what the fuck, man? Where are you?
Let me get this vomit out my mouth.
Yeah, what year? How old are you?
Word.
Yeah, so they don't even let you talk most of the time because they're all talking to each other, and you're getting like you're trying to interject, and you're like, this is weird, and then that's what I'm usually trying to nitpick like good information out of, and instead you got a lot of really cool things, just you talking, and it's I like it.
It's real. That's what I love about Vlad, and I got with Vlad because I was at Sirius XM. I was at Sirius XM.
Yep.
And they fired me. About a
saw
month
that. We weren't going to bring it up.
That's smart. Good job, Sirius XM.
It's not traumatic at all. I'm like, whatever. They hired me to talk and then fired me for talking. That's what they do. They like Nick DiPaolo, gone. Like it's just certain people.
Really? Yeah, I didn't know that.
He's podcasting, doing his own thing.
Yeah.
He's like a right winger or whatever, but he's a funny comic. I know Nick is just a funny.
Yeah, whatever.
dude.
He's speaking his mind. It's honest.
Yeah.
Okay, now that you brought it up, I want to ask you because we
fucking sucks.
We came from terrestrial radio background, right?
Yeah.
It's fucking bullshit. Like that's why we left and just started doing it ourselves.
Yeah.
So in Sirius, their business model, like how do they? Okay, in terrestrial radio, they're all they realize if you're doing successful or not through ratings, right?
It's ads. Oh, well, it's Sirius. It's ads.
So
ad spaces, ad companies selling their little products, the weird products.
Yeah.
Hey, you like bed sheets?
Yeah.
I do.
So they're doing.
Nobody uses those fucking things.
Hey, like this. Let me tell you about these.
And the
bed
names
sheets.
are always weird. It always has an and. It's always like bull and branches.
Yeah. Bed sheets. Let me tell you something.
Yeah.
Listen, 100% silk. When I go to sleep, I don't know. My sleeping's just getting better.
So you're gonna love the My Pillow. So what the fuck are you talking about?
Do they have internal ratings?
Fuck that dude in his pillow. I want to beat him with his pillow. I want to bash his head in with his own pillow.
Doesn't he just have the most punchable fucking face in
It's
the
like
world?
this. My pillow. I just take his pillow and go, fuck your pillow. Bam.
Well, looking at your face, your pillow's got black all over it because you dye your mustache, you fucking turd.
You smash his head with a pillow, he'll still be going, it's still my pillow.
He's got that
dumb
dark
pillow.
black
caterpillar and he has the cross. Have you seen this cross?
No.
Dude, he's religious. He has the cross dangling from his shirt.
My pillow's for Jesus.
Like outside. Yeah.
No, he has his right there. He's dangling. He makes sure you see his cross.
This is my pillow. This is my cross.
Yes. Your fucking pillow right there. I don't like your fucking pillow. Hey, your pillow is not better than my fucking pillow. How about that? I just started beef with him. Yo, I got my pillow. My pillow's better than your fucking pillow. Your pillow ain't shit. Yo, I fucking beat the shit out of you with your fucking pillow.
So
your fucking pillow. You gotta give a shit about your fucking
like
pillow.
one word. Fucking pillow.
Yeah, your fucking pillow. You like a fucking pillow. All right. You want a pillow right now?
Italian opera.
Do they tell you internally, like the ratings and how many people are listening?
Let me tell you what they did. They hid the metrics from us. I'm sure it's a group of old white men.
Everything is a group of
old white men sitting in a little group of, in a little office just explaining and just hoarding their wealth and the peasants have to suffer, never knowing when they are going to be let go. And yet these old white men greet you in the hallways, saying, yes, he's a good man, but too bad. We will be cutting the line next week. But, but it was like they didn't.
He's not off at all.
And
it's always old white men.
Yeah.
Right?
Well, ruin everything.
I mean, old white men came and gangstered shit long time ago. It's good to learn your history, to know where this comes from, and go, you know what I mean? Yeah. If it were old black men, I'd say it's a bunch of old black men. I would say that. Everybody, when we're guessing old white men, when we guess old white men, it's just from it's from history, motherfucker. I don't ever get when a white dude goes, "What do you mean? Shut the fuck up." No, it is what it is. If it was black, or if it was old fucking munchkin, I'm gonna name it. But they didn't tell us our metrics. I didn't know what city I was strong in. I didn't know shit. All you had was your collars, and you would that's all you had. And my screen was always lit. I had an hour. They gave me an hour. They offered it to me. Yeah. Because I would be on this show and this lady, and I'm not going to name her, and she would be like, yo, I'd be on her show doing little tidbits, and then they were like, hey, are you ever interested in radio? I said, I do radio shows, but I've never had my own show. They said, well, you should do a show, an hour, blah, blah, blah. I said, yeah, why not? I need to build something consistently. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. I started doing that. It's another skill, man. It's a quiver. It's an arrow in the quiver.
Yeah, and I started doing it. Boom, and it got popular. And then people were like, you need another hour. Then they gave me 2 hours. And I had 2 hours, 6 to 8, prime time, killing. And then they started bitching about me, you're always gone. You're always gone. I go, but before you gave me the show, I said, let me tell you what my deal is. I'm a comedian.
Yeah.
I leave. Period. I leave a couple times a month. I go for 3 or 4 days. That's how I get my money. Unless you are going to monetarily substitute that, that's how I make money. We're comedians. And either way, people still want to see you live. Doesn't matter. If you have a radio show, they want to see you.
Yeah.
Joe Rogan, they all got to go. They got to go somewhere.
Yeah.
But so this is what happened. Long story short, I was in D.C. and I was complaining about an employee being rude to a subscriber, and I'm the type, I imitate people. I imitate people. Yeah. I told a lie. I talk about everybody. I talk about smacking the shit out of Trump. I'm that guy. I rant and rave. I'm very comedic about everything, but I'm angry with it. Whatever. So then I talked about this employee being rude to a subscriber, who's the most important thing. Subscribers are the most important thing.
Yes. Finally, someone who fucking says it.
Subscribers are the key,
Yeah.
So I was like, the person that was the security person was very flamboyant. He's obviously a gay man, and I imitated him because I imitate anybody. If it was an old man, I would be, hey, you get out of here.
Well, that's one of the things I enjoy about you is that you can turn it on. I mean, that's why you do cartoon voices and shit like that. It's that's what you do.
But he's a gay man, and I was like, and I described how he kicked the guy out, and I was like, he's like, get out now. He was very rude, and I said on the show, I said, yo, this dude was so rude. We should take him by his braids and drag him out like he kicked out the other or whatever. I say shit like that, normal.
Yeah.
And then I said, I want to be sure that I'm not homophobic at all. I was just imitating him. He was obviously gay, but I'm not homophobic. Because I don't want people to misconstrue. This is what I said. I said, because the gay community tends to always throw homophobia in to shield their bad behavior. It's when you want to call somebody's character out, a gay person was like, you're being homophobic. I say, no, you're an asshole.
Yeah.
I can see that.
Hey, but everybody can be an asshole. No. Gays, right, whatever.
But in the gay community, I know my friends, they'll say, the gay they're mean to each other, fucking mean to each other. And I know this because I watch gay documentaries to know the gay, history, to know the different levels. So I don't just be talking out my ass. And they get mad. Like you're homo. I said, it's not homophobic. Get the fucking shit right. I know what homophobia is. I wouldn't even fucking talk to your ass if I was a homophobic. I wouldn't even talk to you. But I said that so then when I got back to New York, the lady who hired me fired me.
No shit over that?
They cut the show. Yeah. They cut the show. I said, and I was laughing. I was like, what do you mean? They cut the show. Well, you said, I said, yeah. And what's the problem? What the fuck's I said worse shit than that. What's the problem? And I think it was like, I don't think it was just that. I think it was a cumulative thing that I was like, I have to leave. I think it was like a money. I really believe that. And I think that one of the guys that hired me was part of it because I said, are you sure you ain't part of firing me? I swear I was like.
I like that you called him out.
Yeah. I said, are you sure you ain't part of it?
And you're a big dude. I mean, I wouldn't.
No, it's not on some like, I first of all, you probably have more fights than me. I'm not no tough guy. I'm not a bitch, but I'm not a tough guy.
Yeah.
You know how nowadays you go, what if I got in a fight? What if I hurt myself?
Oh, yeah. I think about that all the time.
I mean, what if I really? Because fights are
you
not
die.
Fights are not pretty.
Yeah.
You don't know where you're fighting at.
Yeah,
you're
unpredictable.
You can be fighting in the office, and there's like tables and edges, and and your leg can get caught somewhere.
Like those guys downtown with the skateboarders.
Oh
You
my
see
God,
that?
that was crazy.
There's these guys in downtown Orlando with skateboarders, national news, and
teenagers.
the guy
They're
just
not
tells
even
them to
adults.
watch out. He's like, because they're skating on the sidewalk, he's walking. He's like, watch out, and then the guy picks up his skateboard, like, kang, right in the head.
This is what I mean.
Die.
They beat
You
the
could
crap out of
die.
him.
You can be wearing like the shirt you didn't want to wear, and it's tight. You can't really throw the jab you wanted because you got a tight shirt. You have some hard dance shoes on. You slipping, and you try to throw a kick. Now you pulled your groin. This dude's just fucking murdering you.
Or you're on the ground and some guy's pulling your hair. You're like, you're looking. It's embarrassing.
Right, you're pulling your hair.
It's hard to look cool fighting.
The elements. The elements aren't right. You're like, there's an uneven sidewalk, and you just twisted your ankle.
Now you
got to play like you're tough, but your ankle is killing you. You're like, come on, bitch. You're like,
He did that yesterday, putting his kid in the car. Twisted his ankle, fell on the floor.
Your lower back, you pulled something. You're like, fuck, I got to still be in this fight. You never know. It's like that's why I don't. I mean, I don't mind talking tough, but I don't.
But you confronted the guy. You're
but
like,
I just said, "You sure it wasn't you?"
Yeah.
And then he just like kind of like blew it. I said, but then I found out from another source, like, yeah, I think it was more of the ad shit because this guy has fired people because of ads. It's all about the ads. I go because they want you to read the ads live. And I go, why can't I fucking record it?
Yeah.
Do you know commercials on TV are filmed already? You think I'm just going to sell?
You can't throw logic in.
I'm going to sell a whole bunch of dick pills because I'm there. Yeah. Like, no, this is real. Please, you tired of your dick being sloppy?
Here's my dick.
Come on, man. Here's my dick. I'm hitting my dick on against the mic.
This is my dick right now.
It's my dick.
How would the listener even know if it's live or recorded? They fucking don't know.
I'm not buying a dick pill, man. I need to know Godfrey is in the studio, man. I'm gonna let my dick be real flat and just broke.
It's like for hymns or extends, all those different ones. He's like, I was gonna buy it, but that sounded in the can.
That sounds like some
canned dick.
Antiquated.
I don't want no canned dick. I want fresh dick.
That sounds like some antiquated old radio shit that they pulled on you. That says like
it's all antiquated old radio shit.
Yeah, so that's what happened, and the only thing I felt bad about was the fan base that I was building. Boy, was I building that shit, man. And I think maybe it could have been some hater shit too. It could have been because sometimes people will bring you in to shit on you, bring you in to control you. Sometimes they do that. And I had a little discussion with the lady because there was some Twitter shit going on where there was some shit talking going on because I made a video. Because I do, if you don't know who Lord Jamar is from the rap group, the Brand Nubians, I do him and Raw Digger, who's with Flip Mode Squad, I do their podcast. I do like
I didn't know they had a podcast.
It's called Yada Mean. It's called Yada Mean Podcast, the Godcast.
I'll check that out. That sounds amazing.
And I do my own podcast, which is in Godfrey We Trust on the Gas Digital Network, Tuesdays and Fridays at 9:30 p.m. Eastern. You subscribe with promo code Godfrey. And I started to do that podcast. It's with Big J. Ogerson's on there. Yeah. And so I did it simultaneously doing Sirius because I go, I think there's going to be some fuckboy shit going on. So and it's because it's corporate and you can see it's kind of sometimes it looks a little miserable in there because no one knows whether they're going to get fired or not. You don't know what you're going to get fired for.
Yeah.
You don't know. So it's a little
every day you walk. But we lived in that world where every day you walk out of the studio, they'll tell you like they'll just be standing there, and be like that was your last show.
Yeah, I did that shit for like 18 years, something. I don't know. And, it's
like
sucks.
Opie and Anthony. You never know. All kinds of people get fired. So I was like, I started doing that. And then there was some, like my fans would literally DM me or say, yo, Godfrey, they're talking shit about you. Because I made a video about, hey, guys, I'm no longer on Sirius XM. Fuck them, whatever. Not fuck them as in fuck the company. I just say fuck them. Keep it moving. You know, I said let's just keep it moving. I got my podcast, blah blah blah. It got like 100-something thousand views. Like just me doing that. And then
because what's brilliant about this, and I love this story because it's kind of synonymous with our story or whatever. Yeah. But what's like these big corporations don't realize that everybody has a voice now through the internet. Yeah. So your audience that they are like, you can't do the show anymore. All the audience that liked your show would just be like, oh, where's he going? Oh, he's telling me I'm going there. Yeah. And it's literally you don't need this vetting. You don't need corporations to be like, well, you can't talk anymore.
Yeah.
We're giving this person.
You're just pulling the old white men in the conference room out of the equation.
They can't.
It's funny that you say that.
They can't take your voice anymore.
I used to make that. I remember when I used to say that when we started doing our podcast that I got tired of old fat white men telling us.
Truth.
I said fat though. I added fat.
It makes it even better.
In particular,
makes it even better. We're like, we no longer want you.
That's
my fat voice.
That's a good
I really don't appreciate it. I just think that we're going to make some changes and go in a different direction.
Oh, he's doing a voice. Fire him. You're not allowed to do characters.
Yeah, I would do characters.
It's no joke Friday, Godfrey.
Let me tell you how popular my shit got. I had 5-year-olds calling the show, an adult show, because I had educational shit on there.
Yeah.
I would do a vocabulary word every day because there's so many words that we don't even fucking use. I do that.
That's a great idea.
I would also do black facts because every day I do a black fact, and I'm into black inventors. And if I told you the shit that we've invented, it would blow your fucking. Yeah. It would let you know old white men took a lot of shit from us.
Yeah.
Like literally. And I would do black facts. But I would do black facts, but this is what was great. I had white people in different races calling me going, hey man, I'm a white guy. I got a black fact for you. I'm like, what? And they'd be like, I never knew this. This is because
it's fun to learn.
Because and it's American history.
Yeah.
Hi guys. I mean, we were kind of forced to be Americans. Okay, you know what I mean.
Now that you're here,
and then and it's kind of makes sense that. Black people invented a lot of shit because, well, if you're a slave and you're always working, you kind of try to invent things to make things go a little faster.
Maybe I can make my life a little better.
Don't want Master to be too angry. Let's get this production going.
I built you something,
sir. I built you something, sir. Thank you. I'll take it, you piece of shit. Fuck out of here.
This is my idea now,
Right. Yeah, see? It's mine now. But yeah, so I did that, and I had kids like calling, going, man, you inspire me, blah, blah, blah.
That's awesome.
Little kids repeating shit that I would say. And so it was from 5 years old to fucking 80 years old. I had people renewing their subscriptions because of me the whole night. Not saying that I built that channel. Hell no. This lady that hired me built that channel. She kicked ass. And then she brought me on. And I was like, but what's so funny, it's an African-American political station. And I was like, wow. But I was feeling a little weird because I was like, I might be too much for these motherfuckers, man. In my head. I was in the back of my head. And I said, let me get on this podcast shit because something might go down. There's going to be, and then they started in, oh, you can't say that. Oh, you can't. It started. I said, oh, here we go. Oh, you can't say, it started. It started.
You know what's hilarious is that Sirius XM, they started because they were like, we'll be the uncensored, fuck the FCC, we'll be the content provider that has no regulations. Howard Stern.
It was no commercials, and we say what we want.
You get big, and then slowly they start putting their hands back down. They're like, hey, don't say that. That's too political, whatever. Yep. And then it's funny because then cursing doesn't matter, but they start, basically reining you in on what you could say, which is worse than saying a curse word.
Yeah, it's like, so it got to a point, when they fired me, and you know what's so funny? It's weird because I'm into now I'm really into it. I have a better perspective of law of attraction, manifestation. What a man thinks, so they become. I'm back into reading that stuff again.
Yeah,
I fuck with Jim Rohn. Jim Rohn is the guy that taught Tony Robbins. Tony Robbins, Tony Robbins.
Oh yeah.
Dude,
big
this
teeth.
Guy Jim Rohn, man. This motherfucker is fantastic. He's from the 80s. He passed away in 2009. I'm listening to Jim Rohn.
There was a slew of those guys back in the 80s that were real big.
Yeah, Les Brown and all those dudes.
Oh, yeah, Les Brown,
the black
dude.
Is it motivational?
Oh, fantastic.
Yeah, Zig Ziglar. Dr. Wayne Dyer.
Wayne Dyer. And there's another dude I just saw who Jim Rohn learned from, a guy named Earl Shoaff. Earl Shoaff, I'm listening to this guy. And they just from Napoleon Hill to all these different people talking about, manifestation, thinking what you think becomes and manifests. And, learning from the Carnegies and all, just success. And so I've literally, and I don't want to sound corny, when they fired me, I said, oh, in my head there was relief. And there was also, oh man, I think there's something better for me. I literally thought that. I thought it right away. I was like, oh, there's something better for me, because my show was kicking ass, and they just cut me. I said, oh, okay, there has to be something better for me.
Yeah.
There has to. I was thinking divine.
Great mindset. Yeah, great mindset.
Well, it was already working.
Yeah,
There was no proof. At that point, because I'm reading a book now too about my brain.
What's it called?
It's called "You Are Not Your Brain."
Okay, I think I've seen the title.
Yeah, it's good. It's good, but it talks about like deceptive brain messages and how you can get caught up in that. So you get a deceptive brain message telling you, okay, so what happened? You got fired from Sirius XM. And then what do you say? Oh, my show fucking sucked. Not true. Deceptive brain message. What's the reaction? The reaction is you start to feel weird. You get anxiety and you feel bad.
Yeah.
So then what do? You start to spiral out of control, or you become a recluse. You pull back in, or you don't try as hard.
Right.
It's fake.
Yeah.
It's not fake. There is no visible proof that your radio show wasn't amazing based on every metric you saw.
Right.
So, I mean, the negativity there is not real,
Yeah.
And I'm trying to do better at that, but it's hard.
And what I watch now, too, which is fantastic over and over, Arnold Schwarzenegger's motivational speech that broke the internet, you have to watch that shit.
I don't think I've seen that.
Yo, it's like, it just talk, and I love that he goes, Werk, you have to work. He goes he's like, when I was in Austria, when I was a bodybuilder, I didn't have money. I went to school, I went to college, I worked construction because I didn't have money. Back then, we didn't have money back then. I had to buy things for supplements. I had to work. I would be in the gym 5 hours. And when I was working in the gym, they would say, why are you in the gym? You're in the gym and you're smiling. He said, and most people when they're working out, they're depressed. I said, but I had a goal. I knew exactly what I wanted. I worked. I didn't sit around. My father wanted me to be a cop in Austria, marry somebody named Heidi or whatever. He's like, no. Dude, it's so fucking powerful.
It's long. He was like 15 minutes long.
And he goes, listen. He's like, when you sleep, you got 24 hours in the day. He's like, I sleep 6 hours, I get up. And someone goes, I sleep 8 hours. Sleep faster. Sleep faster.
That's fucking awesome.
He's like, it's not whining and complaining. You have to work. Winners. He's like, I knew Muhammad Ali. He's like, winners. You get up and you gotta continue. Everybody fails. I failed so many times. He's like, it's all right to fail. There's Denzel Washington, man.
Yeah.
And I'm on it. And that's how I'm like, what is winners take a loss and they fucking make something of it. They go, okay, cool. Boom, let's go do this.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying?
I love that. Yeah.
I'm on some new energy. That firing got me some, I don't know, I'm on some new fucking energy type shit, winner shit. Like, I'm like, oh, I'm fucking good.
Yeah,
I know I'm good. Fuck you. Like, but it's not on some bitter shit. It's on some, this is what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I'm on some Michael Jordan shit. I'm about to dunk on these motherfuckers. Like
we were literally this morning just talking about that. Sometimes it's good.
The magnet's pulling hard today, buddy.
If you get stale, sometimes it's good to mix shit up, even if it's beyond your control. It's like you got to look at it like a positive, because it is a positive. Every single time I see someone that get fired, or they move jobs, or they do something scary, or whatever, it's always good. It's all like it always ends up being better for the person.
Another door's opening.
I mean, I'm sure it's been bad, but the people that it's bad to, it's them. It's their fault. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's not the situation that happened to you. It's how you handled it.
Is it even bad? It's just different.
Yeah.
You know, and you have to do different to get back to good. You know.
Yeah. Sometimes you need those things to change. It's like, it's like on stage when you bomb and shit, you learn from that. Like, okay, I see what I'm doing. I need to adjust. Don't give the fuck up. And I used to think, there's a point sometimes you think this shit is corny. But it's like, well, everybody I'm watching these speeches, they're all multi-millionaires and billionaires. Hello. But it's amazing how there is the 1% that controls the world. Because that 1%, if you think about it, whether you like it or not, the laws of attraction in the universe work regardless of how bad you are, how shitty you are. If you think a certain way, you're going to manifest shit. Like, perfect example is Donald Trump. You can say what you want. That motherfucker never talks about being a loser. He's always like, these are great, everything's amazing, everything's perfect.
He never criticizes himself.
My Donald is good.
That's a good Donald.
It's great. But who cares? He's just upset. He's a loser, but I'm not.
You do the hands and you do the lips.
It is
bizarre,
okay,
hold on a second. You do the hands and you do the lips, but you're also Godfrey. Just happen to be like a handsome black guy. It's kind of fucking me up. I don't think I've ever liked our president more than right now.
Godfrey,
you know what? You are
I'm chocolate Trump, man. I'm chocolate Trump.
You're making America great again.
I'm chocolate Trump.
That's fucking my brain up.
Well, Godfrey, let me ask you this question
That's
because
awesome.
I agree with everything you're saying.
He follows the laws. He never speaks about loss. He's always, because this is wealthy talk. He's always like, this is great. Things are fine. We're gonna win. It stays in your subconscious. It goes into your subconscious, and your subconscious is literally God mind. Whatever's in your subconscious. They always say, do you know, if you want to know what a man thinks, look at their environment. That's what they think about themselves. That's what subconsciously comes out. It's real shit. It's real shit.
Well, wait. If you want to know what a man thinks, look at his environment.
If you want to know how a man thinks, look at his environment. Yeah. Look at who he hangs out with.
Yeah.
That's their thinking. Look at Trump. Look at who he's around. He's around wealthy motherfuckers all the time. That's their thinking. Even if they're dicks or whatever, but they always think about winning and making money, and I'm telling you.
Yeah. Now, so I want to ask you this, because I agree with everything you're saying, and you have to have a positive attitude, and it's proven. Like, you look at these, like you said, all these guys are rich as fuck, and
they're all loaded.
Now, but there are people that get into positivity and in that lifestyle, but they come off like when I meet them.
Genuine. Yeah.
It comes off like, ooh, because you don't come off like this.
But that's how I was. I think because maybe I was in L.A., so I was really fucked up, and there's so much phoniness there.
Yeah.
And I think I was reading these books. I was reading all these New Age books like Jerry and Esther Hicks, The Law of Attraction. I read all their books, The Vortex. I read it's called Hay House is the brand where they do all the New Age books. I was reading all that, but I was coming at it. I was coming from an angry perspective. I was learning, be positive, but then I was pissed the next hour. I'd be pissed, going, this fucker got a fucking special. This one. So, and it's tough to not be mad at that shit. So and now you're a little older now. You're older and you're like, you know what? Here's my lane. I'm fine. I'm going to look in my lane and just do my good work. You know what I mean? And just do my good work. And you know what, too? I stayed off of, and what I love about Netflix and all these other, I stayed off of, I don't watch as much TV as I used to. And I watch more like the YouTubes, and I get more, let me watch motivational speeches, stuff that's going to, fulfill.
It's like food.
Yeah,
it's like healthy food versus like bullshit.
A perfect example too is Tiffany Haddish has been a good friend of mine since 2003. I knew her way before all of this shit, and she was a perfect example because I introduced her into the New Age thinking, and she took it and literally transformed herself by changing her mind.
Yeah,
I saw it. It happened in front. She's a fucking movie star now, and she literally started saying, "I'm going to start changing. The stuff you showed me. I'm going to really start doing it. I'm not going to talk about people. I'm going to really, literally start to really feed myself because your brain is like soil." And whatever you put in that, the seeds that you put in it are it's going to grow. Whether it's negative thoughts, you're going to have negative fucking results and shit. And I'm getting into that, like listening and like playing these speeches like it's music in my head. Because if I play it like it's music in my head, that shit will stick in my subconscious. This shit is real. The shit is real, dude.
Yep. And
shit is real. You just gotta. It's tough. Like you said, it's tough. You just gotta really.
Well, it's just reps too, right? It's like practice.
Rep.
Like I'm
damn
having,
it, reps.
I'm having to practice,
right.
and I was talking to Tom about
That's
this,
right.
and also understanding my brain is important because I do suffer from anxiety and depression. So,
oh wow,
the cool thing is that I'm just when normally it's like I don't know what to do, but no, I'm gonna fucking dig in.
That's right.
I'm going inside my brain,
and that's genetic, right? The depression thing, no?
No,
they say
mine is just it's the more the anxiety and the depression is what comes along with it.
Okay,
you know what
gotcha.
I mean? That's
okay,
the byproduct.
some people are. I had dated a girl who had it in her family, depression.
Yeah, I don't have it severe, but mine is like it's like the what do you call it? It's like the gas that is that comes from anxiety. It's a secondary aspect.
Gotcha. Okay,
it's like the anxiety builds up the cortisol. The cortisol dump gives you depression, and then it's like a cyclical.
Yeah, but I mean, I'm way better now that I'm trying to exercise a a hell of a lot more. I'm
that
digging into
dopamine,
my
getting
brain.
that serotonin and all
man,
that stuff.
Gotta do it.
And going back to like the one thing all these guys and every successful person that I've ever met and they all have in common is the work ethic and the grind and the and man, let me ask you this, and what all you've seen and you've studied and seen all these guys, do you think that work ethic is like ingrained in them? Do you think that's a personality trait? Do you think that's genetic, or do you think that's something that's learned, or can it be both? Because sometimes I see guys that I was like, man, they're from they're just obsessed with work and they're nonstop. They'll never nobody can stop them.
I think it's learned, and I think you just because I know this Jim Rohn dude who's a fantastic motivational speaker, and he's fucking funny too. He talked about how he was, he had to learn work ethic. He had to learn it. But there's a way you to work. Nowadays it's about working smarter.
Yes, yeah.
Because I know guys that work hard. I know guys and girls that work hard, but they won't fuck with the social media. And I go, what are you doing? You're busting your ass, but it's to nothing. He said, you got to work smarter. Work just as hard, but now why don't you get yourself on YouTube? Get yourself on Instagram. That same work ethic, you got to be smarter. People are not paying. Like, this is what I love about New York City. When you look at New York City, you can stand around because you're walking everywhere. So you can literally see social interaction. You can literally study society through New York. You study, and I go, everybody's on their phones.
Yeah. It's scary.
You're talking about thousands of people on their phones. Imagine you throw up a video. Let's just say you throw up a video and your shit pops. It can happen that way. Everybody could be looking at your video right now. I've literally walked down the street and people are like, man, I was just watching your video, man.
Yeah.
This shit is fucking real, man.
Is it creepy?
It's real.
This thing,
not creepy. It's like, what fantastic.
Yeah.
Because I didn't have to get on the Tonight Show.
Correct.
I didn't have to do that. I just sat in my fucking house in my underwear, and I'm like, I was just in Saudi Arabia a month ago, and I fucking rocked it. Sold out shows, rocked it, and they're like, they want me to do a special out there in Saudi.
Whoa!
And they were like, your videos, my brother, your video. What? I was in Germany. I did Germany with my buddy who's a famous German comic. I did 5 cities. I'm in Dusseldorf. The Germans like, yo, your Vlad video, man, that's good, man.
Yeah.
What?
Yeah.
Yeah, motherfucker.
It's
like
future,
ourselves. It's us doing it on our own. It's like the people. You're giving the people determine your shit.
Yeah, 100%.
It's just a matter of you have to put in the work. I say, don't get discouraged by the numbers, man. Just keep doing it because it's a catch-22.
Old white people scared out of their minds right now because they're like, fuck, we can't control it anymore.
Oh my God, they have phones. Who let them have phones?
Yeah. And it's like they and these networks, they're picking these, Instagram stars because of the numbers, but a lot of the Instagram stars don't have the skill. They don't have the skill, so it's like putting the cart before the horse. But those kids can't help that. They were just doing videos and they say, "Wow, we can make money now." But then they go, "But you didn't get the skills yet." There's Instagram comedians that go up and want to do comedy. They're selling out shows, but I go, "But the skills, you didn't get that 20 years in."
Yeah.
I mean, 20, not an hour of yapping up there, an hour of real stand-up, taking, and that takes a long time.
Yeah, years.
And so
there's no shortcut to that.
But here's the problem. That, because you come back, when you're coming back, people are going to go, oh, man, that guy, let's say I'm going to call him Sock Puppet Pete. Man, he was funny than a motherfucker. And so that date 10 months later comes back real quick. Sock Puppet Pete is back. But Sock Puppet Pete's skills not catching up to his popularity. And then Sock Puppet Pete ain't shit. And he's like, hey, kitty. We
seen it, Pete.
You're like, that shit is whack. He's still doing that whack sock shit.
I saw it last time.
Yo, take that sock shit to the next level, man. That shit was whack, man. Fuck Sock Puppet Pete.
Give me your sock. I'm off.
He's like, I know you ain't talking shit. Man. Fuck you, Sock.
How about
I'll beat the fuck out you,
Sock?
He's like, man, fuck you and your mama.
And Pete's like, I just started this. You guys made me famous. I didn't want that.
And then 10 months in the next, and then the audience, it's like they don't understand.
And he hangs himself with his sock.
So I say,
right around his neck.
He chokes himself with a dirty sock. But here's the thing: it's like that's why I tell people who've already been in it, like comedians that are already famous, like the Chappelles and all, they got lucky. They just missed that social media that they didn't need it because Chappelle's show was so big.
Yeah,
everybody knows them.
And
Seinfeld's
there'll be
good.
no one bigger, I think, in that lane. You see what I'm saying? Like it's like you always make the
right
about
before
MASH, the
social
show
media.
MASH. There'll never be a bigger show. Why?
Right.
Our bigger finale to a show, I should say.
Right.
Why? Because at that time,
Less stuff.
There was less stuff, and that's just
There's
going to.
only a couple channels.
Sorry, you're never going to be able to beat that. Now,
Right.
there's going to be other metrics to grade it. But
Everybody is watching the Chappelle
like
shows,
the Beatles,
pre-social.
they're going to
Right.
be the biggest. The Beatles, that's it. Sorry, you're not going to be able to beat it because music has changed. The whole industry has changed.
Yeah, so social media is the way to go, and there's so many different platforms. But I stick with the ones that I think, okay, I'm getting rise off this. Cool. If I have to switch to, I stay in my lane, but I'm on it. You know, with the Vlad, with the it's on and it's working. It's fucking working, and I'm happy it's working because you get frustrated, but I'm like, no, this is working, and it makes you work harder. You go, oh, because now this is a job. I go, my friends would be like, what are you doing? You know the hours that I spend when I come to Orlando in the hotel. I go, oh, video time, shit, time to do a character. Bam, it's work. It's fucking work. I'm like, boom, my live. Oh, my Instagram live. It's not a game. It's like a shitty TV show that's never been canceled.
It can't be.
And
it can't be.
But a shitty TV show will be looked at by somebody, be like, yo, this shit is still on.
Yeah.
That's how I take my live. It's like TV. So it's a job now. It's an actual job.
Let's go back to real quick all the social media influencers you started working with, and like when you started working with these guys. Were you fascinated because we've had a lot in here and interviewed a lot, and I'm fascinated
like Glozell,
by
Country Wayne,
their business model,
a lot of those guys,
and the fact that they're literally started themselves and they figured it out like without any corporation, but and then they've navigated this road, this area. They have the amount of influence they have is more than some network TV shows and stuff like this. And so they have this huge audience, and a lot of times. Like now, most of them have big staffs and stuff because they've realized how to monetize it. But like only a couple years ago, they were doing it by themselves, like Wild West, and then they were trying to figure out how to monetize it. Were you like? I'm sure you saw them do this. And
what I was amazed about when I first did it was a guy named Lorenzo Rennie. He's on Wild 'N Out in the whole nine, doing really good. He's a drama major. He's from Queens, New York, so he's in New York already, like me. What I was amazed when I first did, I said, "Hey man, they say we look alike." They say, I look like your dad, da-da-da. So let's do some shit. So he says, yeah, cool. He's a fan of mine already. So I already had these guys are fans of mine. Yeah. So cool. So when we shot our little sketch, I just watched him on his iPhone just edit the whole fucking thing right in front of my face.
It's crazy.
Put sound effects on it. He's like, boom, bam, bam, pop, pop, pop. And he goes, that's it. And I go, fuck. And then he just releases it. I was at 8,000, 2.5 years ago, 8,000 followers. And he released that shit. I literally saw my shit go to 12,000. 12,000 followers in an hour. I was like, what the fuck? My shit was going, brrr. I saw the numbers. They were moving. He goes, that's how you got to do it. You got to come and do stuff with us. Boom, boom, boom. I said, get me in touch with King Batch. He called King Batch 5 minutes. King Batch said, Godfrey, fuck yeah. Boom. I do this. I have a really, really, really popular video that I did with King Batch. When King Batch came to New York, he said, I'm in New York, man. Come to the hotel room. We're all shooting sketches. So I do this sketch about noisy neighbors. I got a noisy neighbor sketch. That shit hit like 5 million. And when I did the sketch, the next day people were calling going, dude, have you seen your fucking sketch, bro? This shit's going viral on Facebook, blah, 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 blah. And I said, that's how it's done, man. So I'm at 267,000 followers.
Wow.
So of course to those people that ain't shit, but to me,
look at the difference.
I'm in the 6-figure club.
Yeah.
And to get followers is because people can view you, but doesn't mean they're gonna follow you.
Yeah.
And to get that blue box when you see new followers, that's an accomplishment, man.
100%.
When somebody's following you, it's almost like subscribing.
Yeah.
You know?
It's the most important, and for sure, like we've seen a lot of headlining stand-up comedians that haven't gone into the social world because they're just like whatever, like old school,
Yeah, a lot of the older guys we get in here, they seem to fight it.
And,
don't fight it. Don't fight it.
And what's interesting is you realized and you got in a time where you could still, like, where one guy can call another guy and be like, yeah, just come do it. Because I'm imagining as things get bigger and as the corporations start to influence these guys and they see the value in them, they start being insulated, they start getting publicists, they start getting managers. Then you can't just call King Batch. It's like you call King Batch's manager and then...
but King Batch is huge, and he calls me. We text each other. Yeah. It's like a respect thing.
You got in already
because they try to do stand up, and they know. I mean, I'm the real deal. Fuck what you heard. I'm one of the famous dudes. Just not as famous as certain cats, but this business is long. It's a long, and I'm saying we're still pretty youthful. So it's not like you're some fucking elderly dude. You're like still pretty youthful. So you gotta, you have an old school thing, but you're still youthful. Like, dude, fucking, you're movable, you're mobile.
You got a mind. Yeah.
Fucking turn your shit around, do your whatever. You know what I mean? You can't. It's like it's almost like you can't feel sorry for people anymore. Look at these makeup chicks that making millions. These makeup girls that started 7 years ago on YouTube doing makeup instructions. And these motherfuckers are like millionaires now.
Their own cosmetic companies,
but they're doing it every day. They were doing it every day. Every single and let me tell you, sometimes you wake up, you go, fuck, what do I got to do now? Let me get my sock.
It's work.
It's like grind, man.
It's work. It's like you're literally building your own business. You literally are like we used to always look at entrepreneurs as like something over there, like so building your business. You would just look at it. Oh, really? No, motherfucker. Yeah. Now the tools are in your hand. I'm surprised we're not building our own fucking houses. Here you go. Now build that shit.
3D print that shit.
Yeah, it's like that's what's going on now. And man,
how do you deal with the hate if there is any? Like people that come at you sideways. Do you engage?
Hate
do
on
you
what?
Ignore anything?
Sometimes on the internet. Sometimes I do. Sometimes I like to lower myself. Like I like to do the Trump thing and just lower myself and do high school. I'll go like this, but fuck you. How about that, bitch? Or I'll say, or some people say, man, you corny. I go, but whatever, motherfucker. You know where I'm at. And sometimes I just like to send that, and then I block them. I'm a scared.
Oh, do you block them a little bit?
I block sometimes. I just block. If they're still trolling, I just block them.
Sometimes they go in hard, man. It's weird.
Yeah, and sometimes
then it's kind of sad
because you have testosterone, and you're like this. What? Fuck you, man. Or sometimes they'll say. It could be anything. And sometimes they just do it to get a rise out of you. Yo, man, your hair, man. I'm like, motherfucker, let me see your hairline, partner. Yeah, shut the fuck up. Sometimes I do that. Sometimes I'll do it. I'll check chicks, too. It depends. It depends on if it's a really good, because some of them are, sometimes they'll give you a good insult. I'm like, damn, that was good. That motherfucker just shit on me. But your excuse is like, stop trolling. No, it was good. That motherfucker. Anytime you react to a troller, it means it was a good one.
Yeah, you're right.
You're like, good one. Yeah, you motherfucker.
You got me.
You bastard.
Hey,
shit.
Do you mind taking any questions for some of the...
hell yeah.
Hell yeah. We got a question from the Twitch chat room. I don't want to miss her question. I'm assuming this is a girl. Lemon Sweetie says, where was it? Are you getting activity on social media for sponsored posts? Is your social media monetized?
You know what? I'm trying to get that down. To monetize my social media. I don't know if I have enough followers yet to be monetized on Instagram. I don't know.
I don't know either.
7,000. I don't know because they deal with people in the millions. So I don't know. You know what I mean?
Well, the thing is that we've realized is like we don't nearly have any giant social media numbers or anything, but you can monetize it, but not through their system where they're like, well,
you mean independently monetize?
Like, you can
because you can do the Pantheon, right? The Patreon.
Samantha has a Patreon for her show.
It works.
Yeah.
Or like we got subscription, we got subscriber service and stuff, but there are companies, no matter what size audience you have, that are willing to pay you to endorse products. You just got to. The problem is then you just got to have a salesperson or someone to go out and find the company.
I mean, my podcast, it's on a network. I have advertisers and stuff like that. But as far as my Instagram, I haven't monetized that. My concern is just getting those numbers up so I can be just undeniable. Because when they see you got numbers, they're gonna come at you like, yo. And obviously they're not. I mean, I have people that offer me like, hey, could you wear this product? We want to send you some stuff. I've been getting sent products though here and there, but I'm not like some real major shit yet.
Yeah.
But it's the numbers thing. They want to see. Okay, no, not yet. I'm concerned about building my numbers right now.
Yeah, it's because all your social media is like, let's just say it's a TV channel that you got now a bunch of these viewers that are engaged into what you're putting out there, and as long as you have that, then you have worth. You know what I'm saying?
Like numbers equal influence.
Yeah, because then it's like, hey, come see my show, and then you're you know, I mean, there's a lot of comedians, as you know, that don't even do media anymore. You know what I'm saying? They can self promote them to their own followers, like, hey, I'm going to be in Orlando,
and then they
weekend.
Sell out. It doesn't matter. It's all about numbers. It's all about that. No one gives a fuck. It's about numbers. Like I said, you can have your finger in your ass, and the finger in your ass boy is coming. That boy sold out, man. Adding shows, man. He adding shows. Booty boy is adding shows.
I've seen the Booty Boys.
Right.
Very good.
Besides
Very
from
good.
you, who else in the industry and who else, like your colleagues, are doing it well? Like that are old school stand-ups that have transformed into their social media well.
I mean, you could. Bill Burr started all that. Bill Burr got on it. My buddy Jim Florentine. There's a couple of people. I mean, damn. Who else started? This guy named John Laster. He's a comic at a New York veteran. He's starting to do it. If my boy DC Benny's starting to finally do it. He's starting to literally, because he was giving up, but now he's like, hey, I'm gonna be at this club or boom. He's starting to respond to different people's videos. He's making it's like, it's nice. It's like, you have no choice, my man. This is the Matrix, motherfucker.
Yeah.
You better get with it.
We're in it.
You have to, because it's your livelihood.
Yeah.
It's like we're depending on agents and managers to find us some shit. No. And as comics, we're supposed to be our own bosses. You really got to be your own boss now. You really got to be your own boss. So, it's like, pick up your fucking phone and get on it. Get on it, especially if you're talented, if you know you can do different voices, you can do different characters, or make one character and fucking just boom, 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 repeat that or whatever. But get on it.
What moves the meter nowadays? Is it like the social media? Is there any like because you just did a Comedy Central special?
Showtime. Showtime was like 2 years ago, 2 or 3 years ago.
You didn't do anything for Comedy Central? I thought.
I just did. They have a new show right now on Comedy Central called This Week at the Comedy Cellar.
Okay,
I just did those.
All right,
and a bunch of comics. We do current topics, and we have to do jokes on the current
cool.
for per week. It's kind of tough, but we get it in, you know.
Do you see the network shows moving the needle at all anymore? Like for instance, we talked to a lot of comedians, and they're talking about like, hey, I did Joe Rogan's podcast, or I did this, and man, though I saw it, as opposed to like I did Jimmy Kimmel or Late Night, and they're like, I saw nothing from it. Like it's amazing where the power balance has shifted and where these people are actually seeing the needle move.
Different now,
Well, Joe Rogan's show is better than doing any of the shows on TV. When I did Mark Maron's shit, Maron and Rogan are like the new Carsons, man. Yeah. It's like, you do Rogan shit, you're in. I mean, I haven't done Rogan shit yet because I know people are like, man, when are you going to do Rogan? I go,
I'd love to hear that.
It has to be organic, you know, because me and Mark Maron's show, I mean, Judd Apatow said it was one of his favorite episodes because I'm shitting on Maron and he's shitting on me because I know Maron. But it would be great. I don't know Rogan that well like that. I've met him before. But if it organically happens, I do Burt Kreischer's. Kreischer's my buddy. Kreischer, I've known Kreischer since '97.
Tell him we said hey.
Kreischer's
he won't talk to us anymore.
Look how
big now.
Look how huge Kreischer is.
It is
from social media.
We saw it. We saw like
he left his hot sauces here too. We still have them.
He came in a couple times.
He was doing that weight challenge with I'm blanking on that. With Tom Segura, and he brought a bunch of. All he was eating is just a plain chicken breast and just putting the hottest hot sauces on it, and he was starving and he looked pale white.
Well, we saw the transition because me and him were talking the business of podcast, and he's like, I'm learning this, and I'm telling him what we've learned and stuff.
Yeah.
And he was figuring it out. He's like, I do it, but I don't have any advertisers yet, but I'm figuring, you know. And then all of a sudden, and then he started putting all his content on Facebook, and that started blowing up. The last time he's in here, he's like, dude, I'm getting like all my people are coming to my shows from this Facebook, from the machine
machine joke,
and then all of a sudden, then it's like boom, theaters, and then he learned how to monetize his podcast, and he's hit the stratosphere.
There he goes, he's gone.
And so that's what you got to be on. You got to follow those people that inspire you, and it's also too sharing because You know, the Kreischers and the guys that let you on their shows. That's how, because I know there's a thing going on where everybody's like, how come Godfrey's not more famous than what he is? Like they're like in other podcasts. I go, well, you know, it would help if you invite me on your motherfucking podcast.
Help each other out. Yeah.
God damn! Like you're like, how come he's not on it? Is he on your? No, we never bring him on. But why?
Well, I wish him the best.
Yeah, I wish him the best. Sorry, but like, bring me on. It's about parlaying and sharing. That's what I love about the millennials. These fuckers, man, they share. All they do is just shoot
collaborate.
videos. They collaborate. They go, get in my video, get in my, and it'll be like
they've learned that.
I go to King Batch's house, which is a big old giant house in LA,
I'm sure.
and there's just hot chicks everywhere all the fucking time, and they just start shooting because they want to get on. They want to get on.
Yeah.
And they're hot, man. And he all the time, and we just shoot all day. It's fucking beautiful.
Okay, let's talk about this real quick, because the another aspect of the social media game that fascinates me is the hot chick Instagram model slash
they're all, everybody's a goddamn model.
I think you talked about this in an interview.
Everyone's a goddamn model.
You talked about this in an interview where you were talking about how you got the girl on Instagram, and she's got the sunset out there.
And she goes,
you have an awesome rant about this, man.
And she goes like this, you know, and it's always like she wants to give us an inspirational quote, but with her ass out. It's like, it's hard to think positive. I'm jerking off on your fucking, and it's an arrogant piece of shit move, miss. You don't give a fuck about anybody's life. You're and you know, and they'll be looking away with her titty out, side boob. Stop. Put a turtleneck on and give me some advice. What the fuck is this? Like, you know, life sometimes, and it's always attractive women that want to give you this fake humility. It's like, stop it. You don't see any, and there's rarely any ugly chicks giving you advice. They never give advice.
Well, because they only got
they don't get popular yet.
But
there was a lady that got called out. I think it was this past week that she had, like, you know, she's in like all her yoga gear, and she's like going hiking.
The hiking girl.
Yes. And her sister was like, "Bitch, that's our backyard. You did not go hiking."
The shit.
Her own sister called her out.
The hiker girl, she's beautiful. She's all done up, right?
Yeah,
done to the 14s.
Yeah, so you know she ain't working out.
She's taking her picture, and behind her is this lush forest with a tiny little, like a trail that somebody might have carved out, you know, going hiking. Then you see another photo.
And it was like, getting out in the fresh air helps your mental health and all.
Then you see another photo of her taking the photo from way far away, and it's her fucking sister taking another photo going, "Bitch, you're in our backyard."
That's awesome. Good for you.
It may have been set up. That's what I thought.
Yeah,
no, she finally came out and she's like, "Yeah, I didn't really go hike." Like, she admitted
No, but I mean, like,
the whole thing.
It could have been.
But it still
just
was
a
funny.
joke.
It was funny.
But it's true, because they could have been making fun of people that do that.
Right.
Yeah.
And my thing is, like, listen, as dudes, we get mad because when we see hot chicks, we're mad that they're not talking to us. We're mad at that. And it's like, stop with the fucking sayings with your legs open going, life this, your ass is out, man. You narcissistic piece of shit. It's like a dude going like this, you know, sometimes you gotta believe. Dude, you're fucking ripped. Shut the fuck up.
Sometimes
you gotta believe in yourself. And then they're looking down at they're like looking away with their abs out. Shut up. Like, stop. You know, or if you DM a chick, here's how I DM girls, like hot chicks. I DM the girls with low numbers because their self-esteem is low, but they're hot. You never see failed models? I love it. They're hot, but they didn't make it. That's when you step in. Oh, what's up? They can't say, "Oh, I'm in France on the runway." No, you right here at the bus stop. Give me that number.
North Carolina.
And you're fine as fuck. Give me your number. You are a loser. You did not make it in the model world. But you're fine as fuck to me. You're a supermodel to me, baby.
Godfrey, how do those, because there was an article that came out about some Instagram model that had like millions.
Oh, the T-shirt girl.
Millions of followers or whatever, and then she tried to sell like T-shirts on her Patreon or whatever.
And
like,
didn't get nothing.
Yeah, and like 6 people bought them. And she got like 1.3 million followers.
Yeah.
So then, like, obviously there's it's disattached from her engagement to her followers.
It's just they like the way she looks.
Here's another thing too.
So how does she make money?
Listen, first of all, maybe her followers were bought. That could be it.
Yeah,
maybe, or what the fuck do you do, miss?
Yeah. They're looking at
do
her
shit.
titties. Yeah.
Your titties and ass are out. And then you got some girls that like they promote these little powders. You ever seen it? They have these powders.
Flat tummy tea.
I go, what the fuck is that? Like, I don't even see the package. I go, move the package. I want to see your titties. What's that package? There's a package blocking you. There's a the thing they're trying to advertise. Move the package from your pussy.
I'm now mad at the powder.
Right. There's a package. There's a powder. I think there's a flat tummy package that's blocking your titties that I want to see because I'm trying to jerk off. And move the titty package, baby. Move the titty package.
So
move the.
So what's
and then all the comments are saying that. And she's just scrolling and she's sad.
And you just see this emoji. Yo, move the titty package. Move the titty. Move the little powder package from your titty, girl. Fire. And then you put the little fire things.
So to me,
100.
And Godfrey, do you agree with this? With
the 100 on it.
With this theory. So to me, it's actually worth more in my mind and to advertisers and the reality of the promotion. Like if you had 1,000 super engaged followers that followed you,
rather
love
have
you,
1,000
than 1.3 million
of bullshit. I'd rather have 1,000 because I remember Patrice O'Neal told me this, man. Bless his heart and his soul. He told me because that's my brother, man. He told me, yo, he goes, let me tell you something, dude. Don't you fucking lose your integrity. I mean, you're taking a harder road by not losing your integrity. Because in this business, a lot of people that do shit that I wouldn't do. I'm like, I ain't doing that shit. I want to make it, but I ain't doing that shit. Fuck that. I ain't doing that moist booty ass shit. I like to call it moist booty ass shit.
Moist booty ass shit.
And Patrice O'Neal said, let me tell you something. Nigga, listen. You know, that's how we talk. He said, you want to be the $20 million motherfucker or do you want to be the $10 million motherfucker? Do you want to be the guy who pulls his pants down for $20 million or do you want to be the motherfucker who makes $10 million and has a dope, tight-ass Jewish crew? I said, I want to be the $10 million with the tight-ass Jewish lawyer and the Jewish. That's what I want, with integrity. He goes, well, yeah. He goes, I would rather have 40,000 followers that are fucking with me than 10 million motherfuckers that are a bunch of bozos. And it's like, it's about that. Because I know my followers are loyal. Because because I'm getting my numbers, but I'm getting them the hard. I mean, the real way. It's incremental, but I'm earning it. When I go up another 1,000, I go, I earn that motherfucker.
Steady increase.
That's like straight up like Walter Payton type. That's Walter. No blocking. I earn that yard on my own. Run to it and barrel it and jumping over.
Walter Payton.
So I'm straight. You know,
use those legs.
Ball and grind. It's like straight ground, pound and ground. Fucking. That's my style. But I'm taking advantage of this shit because I have the 20 years of comedy. I got the skills. I got the fucking. You know what I mean?
100%. Yeah.
And what's great is it's working, and people are like, we want to see you more. I said, you guys, and then some of my videos people share them. Yeah. Some of my shit goes viral. Stuff I say about black women, my shit went.
Oh, it melted.
And then I get stuff that sometimes I like it when people's like, well, you're racist saying. I'm racist saying that black women shouldn't be disrespected. What the fuck is wrong with you? And I'm taking
advantage. How's that
racist? You see how you see your face? That's what I do when whites say that to me. Your face is so because you're a guy with logic and you get it.
Well, I just I don't understand why that.
But you see,
right.
you don't have cognitive dissonance. Because a lot of times, a lot of whites will do the cognitive dissonance thing. They'll go, "Whoa, that's racism, my friend."
I liked your other rant too. No, sorry, I mean.
But you know what I'm saying? It's like, my friend, that's not. Stop. Stop trying to mask your behavior. It is what it is.
Yeah.
You're purposely trying to misconstrue what I'm saying.
Yeah.
And then there's anger, whatever. I go, see, here's the thing. You get it. Like, it's nothing. You're like, what? You see what it's just, you're a logical motherfucker.
A little bit. Yeah.
When you have common sense and you know humanity and you don't take it personal, that is when knowledge opens up. When you don't take things personal and you let narcissism, you got to put it to the side and go, if I'm complaining about something, It's just I'm complaining about something. It's nothing against you.
Yeah.
I'm just complaining about something.
Yeah.
It's just crazy.
When a woman is talking about sexism, motherfucker, it's the truth. She don't hate you.
No.
But how about you don't practice that? Just don't be that motherfucker.
Yeah, and you're not in her shoes to be able to
You're
say
not her.
Like, so when you speak on black women being disrespected, which by the way I've seen it.
Thank you.
I can't, and it's also, this is not my lane. I'm not one.
No,
I'm not a black woman.
You're not. I'm not a bird. I'm not a fucking dog. I'm not a.
Yeah.
It's what it is. I mean, I wish animals talked. I wish they did, so we could hear them speak about shit. Like, I'm a bird, man. You don't know what it's like. And a cat's like, I get it, man. I'm a cat. I can't. I wish. But we're the only ones with the language, man.
Yeah.
But it's like I think it's like you either have to keep, and I don't want to sound like fucking redundant, but and stupid and cliche, but you really have to have an open mind and go, what am I really complaining about? Because for you to get mad at my pain is a fucked up narcissism. For you to get mad, go, hey man, police brutality, I could leave here and get stopped by the cops and get beat the fuck down.
Yeah.
Hey man, it's a little racist. What?
It's racist that I can get
Right. This is the cognitive dissonance that I'm talking about, that people purposely throw out there because nobody wants to hear the truth. But
that
these
narcissism of putting it back on you. Hold on a second.
That's what's
you're talking about black women? Well, that's obviously you're fucking with white guys now.
You're watching the shit on TV. They're not talking about you. Like, they don't know you.
And that's what's happening in comedy now.
Yeah.
With people, a lot of people, they're trying to police stand-up. And look at some of these specials.
Oh, yeah.
They're doing TED Talks, man.
Yeah.
No one's being really... I mean, listen, the old school cats that are getting the big offers are doing their thing.
Yeah.
But it's a lot of weird shit going on.
Where's the edge?
And you can be clean, but be funny. There's a lot of... If you're not shaking the boat up, they're giving you a special. I'm like, give it to the people that are doing it right. Comedy is hard.
Yeah.
And they're literally giving people that suck, that are not ready, giving them specials.
Yeah.
Like, it's crazy.
And there's too many of them.
And they're not even special.
They're pumping a lot of them out.
I think I'm going to go on. Go ahead.
No.
You should call it an...
I'm going to go on TED Talks and do a special. Since people are doing TED Talks on specials, I'm going to go to TED Talks.
And go crazy.
Yeah, I'm going to do TED Talks and have them sponsor my comedy special.
That'd be funny, and have Ted behind you the whole setup, and then just go nuts
and do a real comedy show,
and just melt it down.
Right.
Yeah,
so
that would be fucking cool.
Godfrey, I know,
but don't tell them about it.
Right.
Fucking Shanghai them and watch them melt as you're melting the room. Yeah, blowtorch it.
You got up early this morning, so I'm not going to take too much of your time.
No, keep going. I'm not burning. This is dope. This is my last. I'm all good.
All right. But you have to hang out with Charette after that. Now that guy.
You're right.
Me and my wife put on the Netflix Chappelle special, the last one he did.
You've been burning that, man. You love it, don't you?
Yeah, it's just good.
It is really good.
But he didn't give a fuck. Like, he's just like, I'm gonna do my comedy. Don't give a shit or whatever. He makes fun of a lot of people and makes fun of the fact that people are offended by him. Anyway, so why is that exists? And then Netflix paid him a shit ton of money and whatever. So, and it seemed like people are like, oh, Chappelle's just gonna tell it like it is or whatever.
Yeah.
But then we still they won't let any other comics do it.
I think he was grandfathered in.
Well, first of all, Chappelle already had this Chappelle Show fame. People are going to see him. He has his audience built in. So that's money. They're going to let him do what he wants to do. And the fact that, first of all, Chappelle's been doing comedy 30 years.
Yeah.
And he even told me, Godfrey, I've been doing it 30 years, man. Like, they don't understand, man. I've been doing it 30 years. They can't tell me what's offensive. I don't care.
Such a good impression.
You know what I mean? I know Chappelle since '96, man.
Yeah.
And he's been doing it that long.
And the same guy,
so,
right?
Fuck you. Yeah. Like, this is you have to understand, there's a personality that you develop as a stand-up. You are that person. Whether it's a Sarah Silverman just got fired. For some shit. 10 years ago, she had a blackface. Sarah Silverman.
It was a sketch in her show.
But she's an edgy comic.
Yeah.
I know Sarah a long time. She's an edgy comic. She's fucking fantastic at what she does. Fucking dark, twisted. And then they go, we're going to fire you from 10 years. Are you serious? You know how many people are done deal? What, are you going to dig Joan Rivers' bones up And fucking, come on. This is,
Also, do you know
these jokes made sense back then.
Joan went
Also,
hard
do you-
as fuck until she died.
Do you
right?
know who's like the corporate fucking assholes who fired her? Like, do you know who Sarah Silverman is? Do you hear her
Some
talk?
filthy motherfucker.
but-
I'm
She
pretty
goes
sure
hard, man.
she's on the same side. Like,
It's
what
like
do you fucking think
it's like
she
the
is?
girl that got in trouble for doing the XXTentacion joke. What's her name? She's a Muslim chick. She was on This Week in the Comedy Cellar, and it was funny because I hung out with her. I think in Cleveland, Ohio. I went to the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame. I didn't even realize it is. Her name is Dish. Starts with a D. Fuck, it's a Muslim name, and she did an XXTentacion joke, and it was a Venmo joke. And she did she goes, yeah, you heard about Xtacion, the rapper that got killed.
Yeah.
He had $50,000 on him, and they killed and took his cash. That would be a great and Venmo, something. And I understood what she was trying to do because she's a dark comic already.
Yeah.
And she got in trouble for that and got death threats, the whole nine.
Oh shit.
Dina Hashem,
right? Yeah. And she was like. And people in the hip hop world, the millennials was like, yo, bitch, fuck that shit. You can't talk about that. Boom, boom, boom. And I understood where they were coming from, but I understood where she was coming from.
Sure.
But this is the monster that liberals, and I have to say this, no offense, but I said it in Vlad, I said, white women are ruining comedy. Ruining it. Let me tell you why. Louis C.K. is making his comeback, and I'm telling you, he's about to come back.
You think so?
The doors are getting blown off. I was in Russia last year, and they were asking, "What Louis C.K.? When he's come back?" I'm not even bullshitting you. He's filling theaters still underground. People want him back, and I like how he's laid low, whatever. But every time Louis would come to the cellar, now it'd be white women in front protesting. Only white women. It's only them. Only them. Anytime somebody gets offended, white women getting up, walking out. That's the only ones. There are even some white girl comics talking shit about, oh, he's offended. It's like white women literally are fucking comedy up. I'm like, and these are white comics. Male comics are saying the same shit. Like, white women are fucking up comedy. And I'm not saying all white women. I'm saying, but the ones that get up and protest. Oh, these ones. I had a lady.
They're ruining everything. It's comedy.
Thank you. Well said.
This culture of offended by anything. It doesn't even have to be comedy. It's on social media all the time.
Look at what happened to Aziz.
Oh,
you know, and what's funny, Aziz is my friend.
The date thing, right?
Aziz is my friend.
Yeah.
I watched the special on Netflix, and
It's good.
everybody should watch it.
And I've been out with Aziz, and I know Aziz on a really weird thing. I hang out with Aziz sometimes. And one time we went to this bar. He said, yo, let's go to this bar, man, across the street from the Comedy Cellar. Little dive bar. Not dive bar, real nice bar in the cut. And these girls came with us. These white chicks. Nice looking, too. Nice looking, man. Kind of out of his league type shit.
Yeah.
I'm being honest.
Yeah.
They was on his dick. Man, I was right there. And I kind of played wingman with one girl. Boom. You know, I'm like, these girls I can get. Like, boom. But they were on him. And he's like a nerdy dude. Like, boom. Yeah. I said, but this is an example of that bullshit. I go, you're on his dick. Here's the thing. He's like, if he goes, I'd like to fuck. I mean, you're on my dick.
Yeah,
because you know who I am. And these girls will call out, like with the Louis thing. He didn't rape the girls. He did some weird shit. But he's like that. His whole show was based on his sexual deviancy. And yet, you were the same girls that watched his show, and that's why you're in his face, and you're saying, what?
Yeah.
And listen, I'm not saying that men aren't, there's a lot of men ain't shit, and it's the truth. We take advantage of women. There's women that get raped and can't report it because no one believes them. Those motherfuckers should be taken down. Yes. But then it's getting a point where people aren't rapists and they're getting accused of shit. Like Neil deGrasse Tyson. I do his show Star Talk.
Yeah.
But you see how he came out and was like, oh, no, bitches. No, I didn't do it.
Yeah.
And he's off. Thank God, but that puts a stain on you, man.
Yeah.
The pendulum swung because everybody agrees there's some fucked up shit going on with people not only attacking women, being pieces of shit and
using their places of power to manipulate.
So as a society we're like, we should stop this, and that's correct, and we should stop it. And then the pendulum fucking started stopping all that shit, and people started speaking out, and all of a sudden Me Too and everything, which is good, but it swung too far and started attacking people that weren't really doing shit.
That's XXTentacion joke. I don't think would be as offensive to people if, this culture didn't start complaining so much. They've created a monster of complaints because, the hip hop world's like, oh well, fuck you now. We're offended now. It's almost like well, you want to be offended? Now we're offended now. You can't talk about our dude like that. Nope. Fuck that. And in a way, it's like, well, this is what you fucking hipster motherfuckers deserve. You deserve it. Now you're getting death threats because
now you can't talk about anything.
You can't talk about shit now. Now what? Now we're gonna get back to pantomiming. And then that's gonna be offensive.
I better get my sock.
Right.
Get better be practicing.
So that's what's going on. The PC shit is phony. It's fake. Because my thing is, as offended as you're getting, you're still racist as fuck, though. You're still racism is thriving. Yet don't say the word retard. Really? But let's be real. Can I keep it real? But nigga is okay. But chink is okay. But if that's okay, fuck you. Oh, I'm sorry. Your girlfriend's black, so it's all right. Fuck out of here with that shit. You know what I mean? Because everybody think because they fucking somebody, they're changing racism. A lot of times when you fuck somebody, you can actually be demeaning them. Hell, you can be like, you know what? All it takes is an expression to turn into love or demeaning. All you have to do is, like, when they're not looking, going, yeah, motherfucker.
Yeah.
Dude,
you've already demeaned them.
Donald Sterling.
Donald Sterling had a black girlfriend. And said, stay away from them Negroes.
I don't.
He had wait a minute. Black dudes that are making him money. You know, and he's
don't
like,
take a picture with Magic Johnson.
I do this voice on the show. I do this voice on the show like daily because the best part of that interview is when he goes,
Big Magic Johnson. What did he do? He had AIDS.
and it's my favorite thing in the world.
He has AIDS.
Double fucking man. Got a George Washington haircut. Fuck that guy.
he has AIDS.
He has AIDS.
He's talking to you guys. And he's exasperated and old and he's melting in the chair and he goes,
Big Magic Johnson. What does he do? He has AIDS.
I like to imagine when he said that, his publicist just walking back up the door.
You look at Anderson Cooper's like, what the fuck is happening right now?
You know how shitty you've got to be if Magic doesn't like you? I would be so hurt.
Has Magic Johnson ever taken a picture not smiling? I don't think he has. He's like the happiest man in the world.
Even when he was playing ball in Michigan State, he was like,
he's like, I'm living my best life.
My middle name is Magic. I'm Magic Johnson. I mean, you think about the word. He made himself Magic. I love black dudes, man.
There's
Magic.
never been
I'm ludicrous. I can't even say the word ludicrous without thinking about ludicrous. I'm 50 Cent. I name myself Change. Yo, 50. What? Like, it's amazing how it sticks. Like, I'm Corrupt. Snoop Dogg. I'm Ice Cube.
What a reference.
Ice Cube is the safest name ever, but it's like the hardest dude. Yo, Cube.
Yeah.
He named himself an Ice Cube. Like what? Like iced tea, a drink.
I was playing Lynch Mob for my daughter last night. He'd be very proud of me.
Right on. Steady, steady mobbing.
Yeah.
You know what time it is. But it's just so funny, man. Like it's like fuck. This shit is so fucking trippy.
It is insane. I love it when you get so famous with your name that's absurd, obviously, but then old white journalists have to say it, like Tekashi 69. He's like, Tekashi 69.
But it's funny how because the racism starts to make no sense even more because even corporate companies are using black slang. It's like amazing because that's the Honey Nut Cheerios bee is rapping now. I said, it's over because the Honey Nut's like, yo, I'm in the cereal.
He's urban now.
I was like, buzz.
Yeah, he is.
He's literally rapping.
He's like taking a bite and he's like, these are lit.
That's the truth.
He does though.
I saw. Go ahead.
I'm just saying that's like it's so funny.
These are lit.
You gotta watch it though, because they sneak it in.
And it's funny because they'll sit up there shitting on the people who originate it. Like, let's say I'm just talking. Let's say there's 3 black dudes in a group. That's usually very scary to anybody. We're just talking about. Anytime you see autonomous black happiness, it's always a threat to white existence. Like if there's just some black dude just talk, we're all just talking. Hey, they're like this. what's going on?
Yeah, I look up, I'm like, what are they so happy about?
It's like if I'm going to see 5 black dudes in a huddle, it better be on a basketball court, goddammit. It better be a play that you're working on. Because it's better be the second half of a game, goddammit. That's the
Now
only
put your hands in. Let's go.
Yeah.
We're going to cut this lead.
That's the only time they want to see us there better be some numbers on the back of those jerseys. But it's like when they hear our slang, like, yo, that shit was lit. And it's like they go, oh my God, but then give it about a year.
Yeah.
They're saying it.
Yeah.
It's this
then the
weird,
hunting up bee is.
It's this weird hate first, then take later. Hate first, then take later. You know what I mean? It's a fucked up.
Yeah.
You got to understand me as a black person, a man of darker hue. Imagine how fucked up it's mind fucking.
Yeah.
To have people that go, you people, fuck you niggas, fuck you. But then everybody's just copying you and just enjoying that Jay-Z concert, and then
It's a mainstream culture.
but it's like, just why the hate part? But I think it's more envy and love, because envy can turn into hate. It's a thin love.
Sure.
You know that famous song? There's a thin line between love and hate.
Yeah.
Where is this coming? I have my degree in psychology.
Yeah.
And I just want to know, because I said racist white people have. I mean, I don't mean to be redundant. Racist white people. I just think it's just like the same thing. I just think that it's amazing the compartmentalization that a person has, where they'll be like, fuck those people, but then they're at a Beyonce concert the next day and go, Beyonce was fantastic.
It's a weird
It's like, oh my
disconnect
God, there's
there.
a black girl moving next door. Beyonce is the same species.
It's the same person.
What I'm just saying. I'm just trying to figure this shit out.
Yeah, how are you a huge fan of someone, but also
That is black
racist?
from that race?
Yeah.
And
It's
you're
a weird
wearing
Donald Sterling thing. It's like, you're racist, but you're dating.
But that's what I'm saying.
Yeah,
but anybody can cross. Greg Giraldo, bless his soul.
Oh, yeah,
good
man.
friend of mine. He said, this was a joke that reminds me of this situation. He goes, "Have you ever seen Monsters Ball?" Monsters Ball is about a racist CO that falls in love with Halle Berry. Really, guys? He goes, now, if it were Whoopi Goldberg, I'd say, now that's a fucking love story. But he goes, anybody can cross the line to fuck Halle Berry, okay? A Klan member will fuck Halle Berry.
Yeah.
So you know what I'm saying? So
Yeah.
it's like when people date outside of their race, I'm not saying that love doesn't transcend. They love to use transcend. I don't even want to give it that much fucking props. We're transcending, please. I mean, they say it can overcome color. I go, let's be real. I went to school. I'm from Chicago, man. Most segregated city in the country is Chicago and Milwaukee, and they're only 30 minutes apart. I went to school with white dudes that had Asian girlfriends that would say chink. Fuck these chinks.
Yeah.
I'm being real as fuck.
Yeah.
Like, fuck you and your bullshit. Because, listen.
Or your actions don't prove anything.
No, but dating someone, don't make that the thing. Like, you've solved the problem. Because all you're doing usually is solving a fetish. Man. Stop.
Yeah.
Now, if you're a white dude with a white girlfriend and you trying to make change, then I'll believe you a little more. But if you're like, my wife's black, so let me sing this Negro spiritual with you, because I got a black wife. We shall overcome. So as I smack that black chocolate ass, someday, hey. And then I'm Michael Bolton. Oh, deep. Michael Bolton looks like the most racist motherfucker, but he's always doing the blues.
He is always doing the blues.
It's like George Carlin, who's probably on my Mount Rushmore of comics. It's Carlin, Pryor, Mooney, and then Cosby. George Carlin has this joke about the blues. It's so fucking funny. He goes, first of all, I'm getting sick of these middle-aged, fat, white blues celebrities getting on a harmonica, playing it. It makes you want to puke in your fucking soup. He goes, first of all, white people have no fucking right playing the goddamn blues. He goes, what the fuck do white people got to be blue about?
Yeah, it's
what,
true.
the Gap ran out of khakis? the espresso machine is jammed? Hootie and the blowship or blowship?
Blowship. I like that better.
Hootie and the blowfish are breaking up? He goes, goes, white people's job is to give people the blues, not to play them. He goes, and another thing, I'm tired of white people trying to dance like blacks. Stop that shit. He goes, stick to your fucking faggoty your waltzes and your fucking line dancing. Yo, be white, be proud, and be corny, and get the fuck off the dance floor. That's what George Carlin said.
Yeah.
And that's what I'm saying. It's like, you know what I mean? It's like, it's just this whole dichotomy of like, it's like, what, make up your mind. Like, if my thing is, if you're going to be racist, you know, be 100%. Go all the way. Don't be half-stepping. Be good at what you do.
See, Charette?
Yeah.
Like, listen, if you're going to be racist, I mean, I'm trying to teach people how to be good ones, because I want to see good racism. I don't like hypocritical racism.
See, you can do better, Charette. You can be a better racist.
Like, if you're really racist, if you're really, really,
He's
really,
not.
you should not have anything to do with that race on any level. If you're a good racist, listen, I'm not trying to change you from being one. I want you to be a good one.
Yeah.
Like, hey, okay, I don't like your people. Okay, cool. Your jazz collection, can we have that back, please?
Yeah, you're gonna have
I'm
to
just
take
saying,
that.
can I have that back?
Yeah.
Your blues, we need, can I have that?
We need Chronic and Chronic 2001.
Yeah, no Snoop Dogg,
Yeah,
no
both
Snoop Dogg for you. No, everything. You can't watch football, bro.
Yeah.
Yeah. Or basketball.
Or unless we separate the leagues and get a Negro
Soccer's
football
out.
league.
Yeah.
I'm just saying.
Oh, they'd be good.
I think, don't you think we should be fair? Let's be fair. See, I'm trying to be logical with it. I'm not trying to change you.
Yeah.
Because I just waste my time. But be 100%. Stop cheating. I'm just saying.
Yeah.
I'm just saying, if you don't,
You're going to have to find some different stores to shop at.
you can't even play the banjo, bro. Let me tell you why.
You know, I play the banjo.
But the banjo is an African instrument.
Oh, damn it.
Yeah. You got to go to the Museum of Instrumental Music in Scottsdale.
Is this on the list?
Man, it's fantastic. You go there and it talks about the origins of all instruments from ancient times.
That's dope.
And the banjo's the first one, and it's from Africa.
I didn't know that.
Banjo comes from an African word. And the swastika is an Indian symbol. Come on, guys, stop cheating.
Yeah.
You but at least use the Fighting Irish symbol.
Man, you should do your TED Talk.
Should I do a TED Talk like that?
Yeah,
I should do a TED, right?
Because this is all super interesting shit.
It's thank you, bro.
Because it's like every time we have a comedian interview lately, I get the vibe like we get guys like you in here, and then I get fucking fired up and super inspired.
Good.
You know what I mean? Like I enjoy it because it's an intelligent discussion,
and
it's funny, and it's not
fun,
jokes,
and we get it.
And that's why everybody should go see Godfrey.
You need
at the Improv. I don't want to forget to plug your
and our buddy Akeem Woods is hosting.
And Akeem is murdering. He's fantastic. Ever since he came out,
you know, that's the father of my baby. I used to tell people that. He used to work at a breakfast cafe up here, and by working, I'll use air quotes. He never did anything. I never saw him even pour water there. He would just literally walk around and get paid, and then he'd walk to 7-Eleven and get drinks.
What?
But me and my family go there, and my daughter loves Akeem, and I love Akeem.
He's great.
Yeah, he's awesome. And so just to fuck with people, when people would see us, because I'd be talking to him, and Maisie would hang with me, I'd be like, "Oh yeah, this is my husband Akeem," and it melts old white people's breakfasts. You know, it just ruins it. Yeah, their breakfasts.
Their breakfasts.
Yeah, because they're like, oh, she's so cute. I was like, this is her daddy.
It melts them, doesn't it? Oh, that's awesome.
Yeah, it's pretty
But
fun.
what I love about him, he came out like 3 years ago.
Yeah, he did.
And his comedy is just climbing, just getting so much better. He's so comfortable.
Yeah.
He's living his truth, man.
Yeah, man.
And my other buddy is Andre, Asian Andre. Asian Andre, he's on my podcast in Godfrey We Trust. So he's a Korean guy named Andre. I call him Asian Andre. And he's fantastic. He's getting better. He's 25 years old.
That's awesome.
He's getting dope. And man, improv, Orlando Improv's fantastic. That shit
is good.
That room
It's a
is
nice
great.
room.
Yeah.
That room is great.
Yeah, we're just
Florida
there
has
last
great.
Yeah,
rooms.
we were just there last Sunday. We did a live podcast with Dan Cummins.
Dan
Was there. He did a live Time Talk. That was super fun. But you can eat there, you can drink there. But 2 shows tonight.
Two shows tomorrow, a Saturday.
And then one on Sunday?
One on Sunday, yes. Improv, go online, theimprov.com, orlandoimprov.com.
It's theimprovorlando.com.
Theimprovorlando.com. And also, follow me on my Instagram, Comedian Godfrey. Follow me. It's worth it.
Do it.
And like I said, my podcast, GodfreyComedian.com is my website. And follow my podcast in Godfrey We Trust on the Gas Digital Network.
Yes, Samantha, our producer, is linking everything in our Twitch.
Oh, that's really nice.
Chat room, so you can just find it there. If you can go back, watch the replay, all the links will show up and
My
appear.
Twitter is Godfrey Comedian. Sorry.
Yep.
There's so many damn platforms.
I know, right?
Yeah.
I'll
My
link to
Twitch.
it. Yeah, we're on Twitch.
My Twitch, my boogaloo is, and my boogaboo, and my boo-boo, and my,
It is
My
a lot,
sock puppet.
It's baby words.
Yeah.
What the
Goddamn.
fuck?
my gaga, and go on my gaga, and my Google.
Can we get some man
And my
words?
TT and my dada. You don't know dada.com? I got dada. And my pee-pee, my poo-poo, and my dada. He's like, what's poo-poo? That's the new app. Poo-poo, and my poo-poo, and my dada. You like my
God
dada?
damn it.
I'm gonna text you on your dada. Okay, text me on my pee-pee and my
Guys,
poo-poo.
thanks for watching. We'll see you on the Friday Free Show. Thank you so much, man.
Man, I appreciate you guys, dude. Awesome.
We'll see you next year.
Yes, sir.